What's up, everybody? I'm B-True, and as you can see, I got Cursed Hidan. So I had a whole plan for what today's video was going to be. It was going to be about Itachi because I love Itachi so much, and I was going to show him off. But last night, I couldn't help myself. I pulled the trigger, and using the lucky board, I got 80 fragments of Cursed Hidan. Got Cursed Hidan. He is absolutely an endgame character. He is one of the few ninja that we have available right now who is worth spending money on because you will be able to use him all the way up through level 105. He's used in the endgame in China. He is an endgame ninja. And what I mean by endgame ninja, I mean he is a ninja that you can use on your team for the rest of the game forever, regardless of what main you are. So if you get him now, you can use him for the rest of the game. Nothing's going to change. He will always be good. So let's take a look at him real quick. Right here we go. So, as far as his growth goes, he has a lot of health, which he obviously needs because he kills himself in his attack, and then he has a decent attack growth. So those are the two things that really mean the most on Hidan: his life and then his attack. And then plus, so the lower your life, so the less life you have, every time you lose health, you get attack. And I'll show you that here with his skills. So his mystery is Sickle Dance. It causes 8 combo to each unit that it hits. By the way, that's not just 8 total, that's 8 to each. So if you have anybody with a 10 chase, like I do with Darui, it will trigger it. But anyway, so he attacks 3 units, whichever unit you select, and then 2 random units, causes 8 combo to them, and causes them to suffer from tag. Tag is very important for Hidan because with his basic attack, he causes damage to up to 6 ninjas who have tag. So he'll attack 1 ninja without tag, and then up to 5 others with tag, or if 6 have tag, he'll attack all 6. So that's how that works. So if you're in your first round, if you use your mystery and he causes tag to 3 of the opponents, he will target the unit that doesn't have tag as his normal attack, and then the add-on tagged units will be attacked as well. So he'll actually attack all 4 of them, even though only 3 units have tag. So it's pretty smart the way that they did it that way. But anyway, yeah. So he does an insane amount of damage, but he also takes a lot of health away from himself, and I'll show you how to mitigate that in a second. So his chase, he chases and attacks a high float, causes repulse, 10 combo, and causes tag. So he's able to cause tag with his mystery and also with his chase, which is good. The more tagged units, the better. So the more units he can kill with his normal attack. So here we go. Here's his passive, where the lower the life you have, the higher your attack will become. So the more life that he has. So you can see now, for me, he's got 7,700. The more life he has, the more that he loses, the higher his attack is going to jump up. So that's very valuable. You want to load him up with life. And then last but not least, every time he dies, he will come back 2 rounds later, come back to life with 40% of his life. So he's undying. He's always coming back. He's doing massive AoE damage. He is just an insane ninja. His only downfall is the fact that he kills himself with his basic attack. However, you can mitigate this and negate this by having the lightning main and using on-boost special tactics. So the on-boost special assault tactics give your ninjas lifesteal. So 25% of the damage that they do, they heal back. So when his normal attack hits 3 or 4 enemies, he almost heals back all of the damage that he does to himself. Like, the amount of damage that he takes is very, very minuscule after the lifesteal, which is insane. So if he's missing life, you use your Sickle Dance, he'll gain a bunch of life back. And then you use your passive, and he'll almost be full health again. Like, he heals himself an insane amount with this passive from the Lightning Main. So together, they are a sickening combo. It's amazing because you do huge AoE damage, which really speeds up your clears, and I'll show you in a second. But So anyway, this is the formation that I'm using right now. I've got Kabuto because he is a healer. Actually, so let's start with Hidan. Hidan is all the damage you are ever going to need in your team. He alone can kill entire teams. So with that being said, you want to focus on supporting him more than adding more damage. You don't need more damage. You know what I mean? Like, you want some survivability. You don't need more damage. So put him... I forget exactly where I want to put him. Maybe I want to put him here. So anyway, I've got Lightning Mane set up as a support character. So we use his first mystery in order to cause acupuncture and cancel anybody's skill in the first round. It's very important, especially because I've got Darui, so anybody who has a barrier, you want to cancel their barrier. Or anybody who's going to use, a skill first round, you want to cancel that. For standard attack, I've got Calm Mind because it gives me an additional 20 chakra points back, plus it heals my main. So like I said, my main is a support now because I've got Hidan, so I don't need him to do damage. So what he does is he heals himself and he gives himself 20 extra chakra points, which is very important because it costs 20 chakra points for this, so you can use that first round. But then Hidan's mystery also costs 20 chakra, and you can use that first round. So what I do is I use my main's Lightning Seal Slash onto whichever ninja I want to use. Then his basic attack, he gives me 20 more chakra points, and then I can immediately use Hidan's mystery to cause tag to the entire enemy, and then his basic attack on the first turn will hit their whole team. So it's a really, really, really deadly combination. Lag Area Decapitation because that's just part of my chase. The lifesteal, like I said, is super important. Really need that for this. And then I use Root of Warrior because these three ninja, Hidan, Darui, and my main, are all Lightning Ninja. So for the first 2 rounds, they've got double the resistance, and they can't be afflicted by debuffs, which allows me to get a huge jump out on the opponent because of how much damage that I'm doing. And then the Snake because I need that again for the chase. So we got support main. I've got Darui here just because he buffs himself, Kabuto, and my Lightning main with his barrier because he buffs lightning and water. Also because he's like a damage support. He's like a hybrid between damage and support because he's able to cause paralysis to the entire enemy team with his mystery, and then he's able to cause paralysis to 3 ninja with his chase. So what happens is Hidan uses his mystery, which causes over 10 combo. Then Darui uses his 10 combo chase to cause paralysis. So in the first round, we've got acupuncture to seal some ninja about to use a skill. Hidan causes tag to the entire to 3 of the enemy ninjas, and then Darui causes paralysis to 3 of the enemy ninjas. Then Hidan uses his basic attack to do a ton of damage to almost their entire team. So that's my first round right there. You do so much damage and set them so far behind in the first round with these guys, it's insane. So the paralysis is very important just so that even if they do get a combo off, because I've got these guys are my front line. I don't have a tank per se. Like, these are the guys that are in my front line. So even if I did, what was I saying here? So even if they did get a combo off on me, because they're all afflicted with paralysis, it's gonna end their combo. They're not gonna be able to do their full combo in their chase. And then last but not least, I've got Kabuto. 1, because he heals 2 ninjas, which is very important. But then also because of his mystery, where he can summon those dead souls into this the first slot right here. So he'll summon clones that will block attacks on these 2 ninja, and these are the 2 ninja that are going to be doing all of my damage, mainly him. So that's my kind of tactics that I got here. As far as the 8 inner gates, for Hidan, I'm going sort of like what I said before. So attack, obviously, because he does an insane amount of damage. Life, because he needs life. The higher the life, the more attack he ends up getting, plus it gives him more survivability. I've got defense on him because he's in the first round, and I don't want him dying in the first 2 rounds or so, because he's in the first row, so I don't want him dying in the first round. And then I got explosive just because it's the only yellow that I got, and I figured I'd give it to Hidan because increasing his critical chance would make him do even more damage, which is just insane to think about. So I figured I would give it to Hidan. So let's show you how this works. I'm going to show you something real cool here, right? And this is why he's also amazing in ranked battles. So he can attack multiple teams of people with his basic attack. So what I would do is I use my lightning mains first. Okay. So that he uses his attack. He heals himself and gives himself chakra. So then I use Hidan's mystery down here, so we get the chase and everything. And then when Hidan uses his basic attack, oh, so we're also going to tag this guy here too. So we got these guys tagged and this guy tagged. So now he attacks those 5 people. So you can attack multiple battlefields worth as long as they are tagged, which makes him amazing for ranked battle as well. So you tag the bottom group, he'll attack all of them, and you attack the top group, and he'll attack all of them. So that's why he's really, really good for ranked battle. And then as you saw, when he uses his mystery, you also trigger Darui's chase, and so you can see Darui, I mean, you see how much damage he does to all these ninja here. It's insane. And he heals all of it back up. He's not losing any health when he does that because of the lifesteal. So when you use Darui's mystery, he causes paralysis to a whole, like, not up to 9 ninja, I believe it is. Up to 7. So by making all of them paralyzed, they can't chase and attack, which is super good. And then, so he's at full health now. He attacks them. He only lost like 200 health, I think. So that is why Hidan is absolutely worth spending real money on in the Lucky Dice, the Lucky Board event right now. Honestly, for the amount of money that you spend for the dice rolls, the rewards that you get from the dice rolls themselves, just the rewards you get from the dice rolls, right? About 750 dice. The reward that you get alone from this is worth the money that you spent. Honestly, it is worth. You get so much stuff from rolling this 750 times, right? Then you get Hidan on top of that. Let me just respond to this guy. So then you get Hidan on top of that, which makes which makes it amazing. So anyway, guys, that is Hidan. That is my review of Hidan, and how absolutely beastly and amazing he is. I love the way he looks too. He's just like this creepy skeleton dude. But yeah, I'm so happy that I decided to pull the trigger and get him. He's absolutely worth it. The rewards that I got, I mean, just look at my Magitamas now. I got level 5 Magitamas completely in my main character just because of the rewards that I got. Like I'm saying, the rewards are insane. I got like 75 summoning scrolls. I got 50 seal scrolls, a ton of gold. It's absolutely worth it, especially because he is he's an end game ninja. If you're going to spend money, spend on an end game ninja, a ninja that you will have for the rest of the game, and that is Hidan. So guys, let me know what you think about Hidan. If you wanna, I'm gonna start using start putting him in some gameplay, some PvP action, so you can see him in action against other people. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about Hidan. Please click that like button down below, and please subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with my future videos, so you can see him in action and other ways that you can dominate your own server the best way to be the best at this game. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate every single one of you. That's going to be it for me, everybody. Have a great day, and peace.